We love our entertainers, all of them, musicians, actors, comedians, broadcasters, and the list is long and we love them all. And the reason it's not far-fetched is because they have magnanimously shared their talents and their gift with us, thereby enriching our lives. And that's why it's always so sad and heart-wrenching when we hear that our faves are not doing well or have passed. The question here is, are there hazards associated with what they do? And if there are hazards, are there ways they can mitigate them? Do Nigerian entertainers invest in their health plan, like health insurance and so on? Well, sit back and relax because we'll be answering this and more. Our focus today is on health concerns of our Nigerian entertainers. And of course, you know that this is the weekend before our big celebration as Nigerians, Nigerian 64th birthday. We'll be celebrating. We'll start the celebration small, like the Nigerians who say from the studio here today. We'll continue tomorrow. It's a whole show. Stay with us. Don't go away. And have I told you? It is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Patience Eloy Abba. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with the quintessential Thelma. Hello, girl.
You know, independence is starting early.
Yeah.
Just in case people are not paying attention to the date. And I love your ensemble today.
Oh, thank you.
Always
Beautiful.
a pleasure to be here doing
too.
this together. A very interesting, nation-centered rodeo, the Weekend Deal. How are you all doing it today? It's a great day because we're here and we can be a part of our Weekend Deal as always. You know that we all come from different backgrounds. We have different foundations, and sometimes our role models have been different too. They have shaped our narrative, our perspective, and sometimes our communication style. So we must sometimes agree to differ, and differ then again to agree, because no one really knows tomorrow. But for those entertainers, role models, the big names who shaped our yesterdays, our today will combine with their yesterdays so that we can shape an exceptional tomorrow that will impact everybody positively. Good thing that we're not doing it alone. We always have you to inform us, to tell us what's happening in your side of town, your perception, your perspective, and that's where we can make decisions that will impact everybody in the best way possible. Humbly, I say, my name is Thelma Obaze, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here with you. You know, everyone talks about, I want to uplift my hustle, I want to upskate my hustle, but we must also remember that it's the person who is in premium health that can hustle and push goals and objectives. And that's why we're very glad we have your company today as we talk about many of those excellent and amazing people that shaped our todays. We're bringing them to the fore today. We are asking, where are they now? How are they now? Is there need for us to be concerned? Our background feature talking about Nigeria's foremost entertainers of our heydays is coming from Just. Come right in. You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Every morning when I wake up, I see your goodness.
The entertainment industry in Nigeria is a vibrant and dynamic sector that encompasses music, film, theater, and television. It plays a significant role in the country's economy and cultural identity, with musicians often at the forefront of this creative landscape. However, the rigorous nature of a music career can lead to various health hazards that affect musicians physically, mentally, and emotionally.
The things that eventually affect their mental health, you could probably look at it in three dimensions. You know, the physical stress of the job, their need to be creative, the fact that it takes long hours to practice, to try and make things perfect. Sometimes it can affect their sleep, so it can lead to high stress level. If you look at their social environments, you know, the pressure to belong, the pressure to make it, you know, especially for newer musicians, when you see what others have achieved, the cars they ride, you know, how they are prominent on social media, there is that pressure to also want to be like those people, and so they can put themselves at enormous risks and stress.
The demanding nature of the music career is characterized by long hours of rehearsals and frequent travel for performances or tours, and an unpredictable schedule. This lifestyle leaves little room for self-care or maintaining healthy habits.
The demands of the entertainment industry comes with a dual feeling, right? It eats into you little by little without you knowing. To tell you the truth, well, I can speak from my own field as a filmmaker. Oftentimes we get stuck on projects, right? Now, I recall there was a time I was working with my editor. I had to let him go. I said, please, let's take a break, go and sleep. And even inside his sleep, he was editing. He was saying, sir, I can't find this shot. I had to wake him up. He said, sir, that's why you need to let me work, because even if I sleep, I can't rest. So it's a mental thing, and it takes a lot out of us unknowingly.
Musicians are frequently exposed to loud music during rehearsals, recording, and live stage performances.
This is true. When you travel and you are filmed a lot, you know, there's going to be a lot of lights, you know, not even when you are being filmed, but even when you're on stage. You know, some musicians have a solution which is using dark glasses. They get on stage, they wear what we call dark bones. You know, so that helps them to sort of reduce the harsh effects of those sorts of lights into their faces. And other musicians as well, you know, with regards to sound, wear earplugs. So once they go on stage to deal with performances.
Stage lighting poses another significant risk for performance, including musicians, actors, and television presenters.
Exposure to sound and light, for those who are in the sound sphere and all that, even those in the movie industry, of course, we need sound, right? You see that most of the times, some people are always on headphone, for those who are in the sound department. So you see the direct impact of this sound in their eardrum. They might not feel it now, but as they grow older, it begins to fail them. All right? Because there's what we call in sound hearing level. There's a level of a degree of sound we shouldn't be exposed to. Those who know about these things, we get guards to protect themselves from it. But here, the louder the music, the better the music, which is not true. And then for lights, of course, if you stay in front of the light, immediately you're done with whatever presentation you are doing. Once you go behind the light, or once the lights are off, it takes time for your pupils to acclimatize with the new environment. So these things have lasting effect. Personally, it has affected me. I'm in my early 40s, but I'm beginning to have blurry vision.
While the entertainment industry offers exciting opportunities for creativity and expression in Nigeria, it also presents numerous health hazards that must be addressed proactively through awareness and preventive measures.
We need to balance work and life just like in every other professions. As you practice, as you get endorsements, as you get gigs and things like that, you need to think about, what is it doing to myself? Am I resting enough? Then the other thing that is very important is for people to respect their abilities, their capacities, and to know when to stop. Aiding yourself with any form of psychoactive substances in order to perform eventually becomes counterproductive. There are a lot of musicians that have stopped functioning, not because they are too old, but because the mental capacity is not there.
The Nigerian entertainment industry must prioritize the health and well-being of its musicians to ensure their longevity and continued success. It is essential, therefore, that the music artists check their well-being to maintain a successful and sustainable career.
The kingdom of Morocco, the giants, Nigeria.
Oh, thank you so much, NTA Judge. Just beautiful to see some of our faves there. I saw Jeremiah again, aging beautifully. I saw Panam, Percy, Paul, and this all take us back a memory lane. Okay, I told you today that Loki will also be celebrating Nigeria at 64, and so our citizen draw that comes up monthly. We have a special one for the independents today. So if you not bought your ticket, buy your tickets because they're making millionaires at Nigeria at 64. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the show that there are some health hazards. I'm sorry. Okay, I feel better. Thank you so much. Now, are there health hazards associated with what our faves do, our artists, our musicians? What is the effect of loud sound on their health? Emeka will be contributing with the story. Let's watch.
On the stage, in the studio,
I'm Ruth Aguwala.
and on the screen.
My name is Tochi Oputa, and today we'll be
We can identify them when we see them. They have fame, fortune, and a career path. But there is a price these people pay. They create pleasure for us all. In achieving this, sound and lights surround them.
There are two ways sound can cause hearing loss. There's one that is the sound is so just one exposure, but the intensity is so high, it can cause what we call acoustic trauma. Okay, whereby it does instant damage. I can have the one that is due to chronic exposure, prolonged exposure to sound, loud sound. That one too also can lead to reduced hearing. When there's damage, then what do we do? But let's start from the side of prevention. The first is that try as much as possible not to so much increase the volume of your sound system. Maintain the normal decibel that cannot affect your ear. That is one thing. But when you find yourself where, maybe by the virtue of your profession, where you cannot do without getting this exposure, if it's not possible for you to avoid, to reduce or minimize your contact to this, you can use some devices to protect your ear. If you must work in a place that is noisy, that you are exposed to noise, if your duty can be scheduled so much that it's not more than 8 hours, that'll be nice, that'll be fine. There are two types of ear devices patient can use. There's ear plug, okay? The ear plug, just you insert it inside the canal, okay? And there's ear muff, whereby you wear this thing, it will cover the whole pinna, You should be able to do your ear check as regularly, if possible, at least every year. Go to meet audiologists. The people that used to check the audiologists. Meet the audiologist, they will check your ear, they will assess your hearing, they will be able to tell you if you are still safe, if you are still within the acceptable decibel of hearing. But the rule is that you cannot be in an environment, or you cannot be a professional who is exposed to a loud noise without checking your ear. It's wrong.
Man sees the world with his eyes and appreciates everything therein. How much and how well he sees is influenced by light, but constant exposure to these intense lights can cause headaches, fatigues, sleepiness, anxiety, and it may damage the retina of the eye, leading to sight impairments. The life of an entertainer is full of hazards, and these hazards are constant. It is best, then, to manage your vision and manage your health.
King Faj, we miss you. We miss you. I know you had a show last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? We really miss you, and we know we'll see you again very soon. This is Weekend Deal, and those who have paid their dues and sown amazing seeds into this great Nigerian soil, we can't forget you. How can we? That's why today you are taking center stage. Perhaps you are watching. Perhaps those you were in the industry with are also watching. Your children, your grandchildren are also watching Weekend Deal today. Tell them to pay attention and send us in their messages about how it was, how it is, and what their hopes and aspirations are for the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Their health concerns is our focus, but amongst many other interesting things. Our first guest is here. She's an actress, and she's been telling us how she transited to a professional actress here in Nigeria. Her name is Altina Aldo. We'll see her profile, and then we get to meet her. So stay.
You're welcome to the Weekend Day Studios.
Thank you very
those
much.
Pictures brought a whole lot of memories to you, right?
Actually, it did.
When Thomas
Especially
said, the wedding,
because-
Thomas said, let's tell him to do it again. And that's how you laughed.
You lift her up.
Up
You know,
and-
carry her.
He could do that right
Oh, what happened? The pounds are packed on. Oh, you're welcome, most
Thank
welcome.
you
So we're
so
looking
much.
at Nigerian health concerns of Nigerian entertainers, and oftentimes we'll hear one of our favorites, especially actors, you know, has a challenge, and then you begin to wonder what's going on. Are they taking care of themselves? Are Nigerian entertainers paying attention to their health? Do you think so? I mean, you're an artist, so let's start from there.
Okay. I would say a yes and a no.
Okay.
But let me start with the no. No, because if you check the list of our veteran actors, most of them didn't think of health things first, because then it was all about the business, how to keep up. So you see an actor moving from one set, he's finished like a literally 24-hour set. He was there at 6 a.m. and he's finishing maybe like 5 a.m. the next morning to meet up with another set. Because why? The planning wasn't, for me, it would be like the planning wasn't arranged well, or I want to do everything at once so I can get a long break. Forgetting that as time goes on, the wear and tear is there. Then some of our veterans are not really, will I say, they're not keen on health, because I have the money. If I don't enjoy the money now, when will I enjoy it? Forgetting that you need to take care of yourself. So you see, the sickness is creeping in, but they've not noticed. So those that are around right now kind of like always tell us that, look, you need to take care of your health, because don't be like us that we didn't consider it. So there are things that have been placed, but for me, I wish it was done a lot earlier. For example, we used to have literally Sunday to Sunday shoots. You see an actor from Sunday morning till the next week Sunday. He's on one set or the other. There's no break. So our president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria brought up a wonderful suggestion, which it's awesome for especially
Tell
those
us
that act the way they're on set all the time. You don't shoot on Sundays. At least
so that
one
compulsorily
day.
everybody should rest.
Everybody rest.
There are things that are set in place by the associations or by the guilds in terms of insurance, regular medical checkups, and all of that.
Yes.
How vibrant is that? Is there a scheme? Is there a health insurance for them?
Actually, we do have that. It has been in.
Is it workable? Is it actionable?
Well, depends. It's like the saying: you can take the horse to the river, but you can't force it to drink. It's there, but how many of us use it?
What would you say is the challenge?
The typical black man. Sickness when they kill black man. I'm healthy. I'm strong, and we don't take it. You have a headache. Let me just take paracetamol. It should go. The quick self-medication, instead of actually going to the hospital and finding out what is the cause, we just think of, okay, let's find how to kill it without finding the cause. So by the time we take the paracetamol, of course, it's going to stop the headache. But what caused the headache?
Okay, now talking about that, on set, welfare, are actors, actresses well taken care of on set? Let's say even meals, ensuring that in between shoots, actors, the performers eat well. I'm going to go as simple and as low as that, because it's very important. We are what we eat, and our health depends on what we eat. So is there this provision for actors to eat well, to feed well while they are doing, even if it's Sunday to Saturday, I mean Saturday to Saturday, or whatever it is?
Now that is based on the producer and the director, especially the producer of the set.
Or the guild has not put anything in place to say you must.
No, but the thing is the
in many
guild
of these
insists
stories,
there's
a producer or somebody in charge of their welfare.
Yes.
What are they serving you on that location?
Now you come. Now you talk. Okay. You see, it's just like somebody comes and says, I want to shoot a movie. And I have 200 million. And I want a straight 3-course meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, what the actors and actresses will get is different from somebody that came and said, I have 20 million. And when I will get biscuit and chin-chin.
Now, perhaps when actresses and actors are going into negotiation with their managers or one-on-one, perhaps that could be brought to the table first on. But we're being told to take a break. Atene, we're not done. We are so reveled in your discourse. Very entertaining. But we know that there are many high moments when you are shooting as well.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Weekend Deal takes a break. And not to forget, at the top of the hour, it will be time to get to know what's happening with our citizens raffle. But first up, a break, and then we get to see them. Don't go away. We're still talking about the health concerns of Nigerian entertainers. A unique and select group of people who have added color and vibrance to our life and lifestyle over the years, and we have loved them. So it's very painful when you hear sometimes somebody you loved, has a particular ailment, and sometimes they even need funds, and we get to put up GoFundMe and all of that. But NTA Abuja has been doing something about this, and they're talking about the physical health challenges, vocal strain, and sometimes fatigue that can't be ignored. NTA Abuja, please come right in.
Something that I must confess.
The perception of voice plays an important role in a singer's career. Studies have shown that the vocal cords can be damaged if singing under too much pressure and without proper care.
Naturally, every sound you produce will require pressure, or rather, the work of your muscles. So it is always advised that musicians should do exercise. I tell singers to try two types of exercise. One, to jog or run. You do that on a treadmill, or to swim. When your muscles get weakened, then fatigue comes in. You get tired, you're not able to continue. When you sing, maybe in one concert, you rest for like a whole day or two before you engage in another. The reason is because your muscles need to relax. Take a lot of water. You see, water is one basic medicine for singers. They don't know, because the water not only helps to heal the vocals on time, it also helps the muscles to relax on time. There are certain things you don't take. For example, you don't take oily stuff. The reason is because the vocal cords is a human organ that needs to be moist and slippery, because oil can cause that thing to be a little thickened, because it will stain the walls. It will not allow that free flow. So you're having extra element on it that can cause bump. You can eat, you can take cold water, you can do anything, but don't do it like 2 hours or 3 hours before your performance. And before that performance, take a lot of water so that the water would have flushed everything. I know some musicians, I don't think here in Nigeria, abroad, who insure their voices. Insurance. They put insurance so that they know if they are going to do, maybe if they have a PRO that is always getting them in different concerts, so they have to run for insurance. In case they break down, the insurance company will take care of them.
Common physical issues relating to vocal cord fatigue can be back pain and joint problems, all due to the high energy performances.
When you tend to perform, there's this stress you put on your vocal cords. These past few weeks I've been up and about, going for shooting contests to performing, and it's taking a toll on my voice. Most times I have shows on Fridays, Saturdays, and I go to play football. I know one thing with football, you're shouting, pass ball, like all those things. So I just try my best not to rupture it. First of all, I've reduced the amount of alcohol intake because I don't know the science behind it, but I know it's not good. And I even tend to even exercise more. Performing to me is like exercise as well. And you need to do enough of, cardio, so you don't break down. Some people that don't exercise, when they get on stage, beautiful voices and everything, but the next thing they start panting. I just do some riffs, and I try to sing the highest notes on my song before performance or before recording. I might do like or la 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 la, like stuff like that. Before a concert, it's better for you to even sit down and just, if I speak, let them struggle to hear you. I'm fine. Like, you understand? So you save yourself so that when you're done performing, you can now be everywhere. Alpha.
I'm the light of the world, I will shine. When you are very tired, it'll be difficult for you to sing. And sometimes not just being tired, when you are down emotionally, you can't give your best when it comes to music. And for instance, if you have an event or a very big event for you to attend, you shouldn't sleep under the fan, under the cool weather. You should cover your body. There are things you shouldn't even eat. Singing is big work. Singing is working. Your brain is working. Your lungs is waiting. Is something that has to do with breath. So if you are not used to exercising your body, if you get to the stage, you can't even scream. And if you scream, you may just collapse there and R.I.P. You're gone.
As much as you are exercising your body, you need to also exercise your vocals. We have like tongue trios. We have lip trios. You have something like And then you can also add a couple of notes while you're doing that. You can either do then you can also add a couple of notes and ranges as you go along the line. So we have breathing exercises. The breathing exercise, what the breathing exercise does for you is train your body to be able to take in air, to gather here so that you can have enough to push out. So in pushing out, you're not sounding strained, you're not sounding exhausted, and your voice is sounding very rich. It's one of them I call the hissing exercise, breathing hissing exercise. It's quite simple. You take in air through your mouth, count like 1 to 5, and then you release that same air with your mouth with a hissing sound, and you count like 1 to 9.
Wow. Professional singers must be vocal athletes to meet the rigors of frequent performance requirements.
Little things we can do on the go, as simple as taking in deep breath, can actually just distress you in ways that you cannot believe. Take your health seriously. Today it's all about our Nigerian entertainers, people who have given us so many years, some of them so many years of their life, enriching it through their talents. And our guest is still here, Madam Audu. In other climes we hear of associations like performing artists, medicine and all that, PAMA. Abroad we hear all things like that. Do we have anything like that in Nigeria? This is an association that caters to the health of entertainers in some other climes. Do we have anything like that? Do we have where artists can run to if they feel a certain way?
Yes, we do. Actually, the Actors Guild of Nigeria has set up HMOs that handle different hospitals. So what the actors do is to align with the HMO so that when you feel anything, you can go to the hospital.
Lifestyle changes, what we do when we're on set. Most times we get some people, you know, what I mean, some people take some strong things on set. Do we need
strong
to
or soft things?
Soft or strong things.
They can balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's hard. You know, there are people that will tell you 1 bottle for the road, and they're like taking like 6, 7 bottles of beer, and they're telling you it's 1 bottle. We need to understand that too much of everything is bad.
True.
So whatever we're doing, we need to curtail it. We need to, you know, regulate it. One thing with us is when we're happy, we tend to abuse that privilege. And as we grow older in age, our body doesn't help us. It's not like before.
It will not align with those things very well.
Just like when you have a pain in your arm, as a child, in the next 10 minutes
it's gone.
As an adult, you're still nursing it after 3 weeks.
It doesn't heal as fast.
It doesn't heal as fast. Okay. So we need to always put that into our mind that no matter what, we say, like there are people that tell you, I don't get old. Yes, we like to stay.
But your body has stayed.
God has given us that timing. We should be happy and.
Okay, we need to thank you for coming on Weekend Deal Out.
Thank you for having me. Yes. I've had so much fun.
It's been amazing having you come chat with us. And in this friendly way you have spent time Weekend Deal, please take the goodwill message out there to all our friends who are in the guild and even the production crew as well, that we need to be more intentional about our health. This is Weekend Deal. We'll take another break. We urge you to stay with us. And where are those messages, ladies and gentlemen? Patriotic Nigerians, please keep them coming. Don't go away.
Okay, welcome back. It's a did he just strum? Oh goodness! Our next guest is here. Our two guests are here. Friends of the house, part of the family. They are ready to take us to another level. But first, NTA Lagos, what mental health concerns do entertainers have? Let's say this, and our guests will strum away and sing away. Don't go away.
Sammy.
The Nigerian music industry is one of the largest and most acclaimed in Africa, with its global impact generating over $2 billion annually through streaming, concerts, shows, and endorsement deals. Despite its lucrative nature in a very competitive environment, musical artists face significant challenges from financial stress to relationship issues and the biggest concern, which is their mental health.
Mental health has to do with our emotional well-being, our psychological well-being, our social well-being. And everybody needs mental health. Just the way we talk about health in terms of physical health, mental health is a component of health.
The primary mental health challenge faced by musicians is the strain caused by the pressure to succeed. These can lead to chronic stress and anxiety.
I was depressed because of the situations around me, trying to make music and put in your energy and everything, and it's not working. And I think there was a time I tried to record a song for like 1 month. I couldn't even get, the structure of the song and the lyrics right because I was depressed, I was almost giving up.
Once in a while, yes, I get faced with like stress mentally. But the truth is this, because I love my job, therefore, I think I love the stress too. Well, the thing is that, yeah, I kind of devised means to kind of, always checkmate the stress that comes with my job.
When we talked about the mental health issues in artists, we should understand that the nature of the work of the artist is such that it puts them at constant pressure. They want to achieve, they want to get success. They are under pressure to produce, under pressure to keep on having new content. And because of that, we have peculiar stressors in their life that are constantly on and they had to battle with.
While the industry offers great rewards, it also places immense strain on those navigating its demanding landscape.
I discover a way to kick me out of it. I start talking to myself, telling myself, remember, everything will definitely pass, which means every difficult and every low moment. So I just keep myself glued to that, saying to myself and also to my dream, like, this is a purpose. And every journey has that breakdown moment and all that.
Anytime I'm facing mental stress, I tend to do some other things that will help me to bring it down. Like, okay, I play basketball, I play volleyball a lot. So all those kind of side attractions help.
The state of mental health awareness is regrettably ignored in the music community.
It is very paramount to look out for early warning signs. This constant strain may manifest with undue irritability. They may just be irritable without obvious reasons. People that prior to that time were pleasant, relate well, and they're easily on the edge. Things that ordinarily would not make individuals to be angry, they get unduly irritable. And from there, we may start to see that they are usually on the edge. They are anxious. They may show some palpitation or some tremor, or they are unduly fearful of things around them. To all artists out there, we want you to know that we value you. We value your work, and we appreciate all you put into the system, particularly in Nigeria, despite the challenges that we have. But we don't want any artist to break down mentally. We want the mental health of artists to be at the forerunner. But we should speak out. We should break the silence of we can't talk about it.
Professionals are of the opinion that detecting the signs early, not living in denial, seeking professional help on time could significantly support the treatment of mental health, safeguard the well-being of musicians, and foster a healthier music industry.
Yes, indeed. Many thanks Lagos. That was very enlightening. Really, perhaps some of us practice self-stigma. There's no harm, in being stressed, but how you handle it is what's integral. We need to be intentional about managing our mental health, and we say kudos to all those great entertainers who made our years sweet and memorable, and we want to keep on going. Hence, we're bringing this to the fore today on Weekend Deal, and we have, like Patience told you earlier, our family members are here. But we want to now tell you who they really are. Perhaps you know that when they come, you now know why we smile. But first up, let me introduce the man on the guitar. You already know that he was part of the Balamila show. What else embodies this man? The profile will tell us.
Sorry, we're having a chit chat. Welcome to the NTA studios. Welcome. So we meet our second family member. She's a daughter of a great, and she's a great herself. Let's see her profile. And there she is. And there he is. Booyaka, 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 booyaka. That's the way we roll. What's up, man?
This is how we roll.
That's how we roll.
Great memories we're making here today. Great to have you with us, Ogi, and guitarist Sammy. Nice to have you with us. We're talking about health concerns of entertainers, and we know the great impact many have made on our lives. Your father, one of such, an amazing performer, and they're sorely missed. We are saying now, are there things we ought to do more? Are there things we're not doing at all? What ought they to do now so that we go from the past to the present and to a greater, more promising future in terms of their health and well-being?
So like the other guest who had just left said, it's our health in general, is something that we should never take for granted, right? We should watch what we eat, what we drink, our routine, our exercise routine, our regular medical checks, right? It is not a culture in Nigeria that people have totally imbibed, but it is very, very important that we encourage people, to always go in for regular checks. Yes, you might look healthy just standing, but you never can tell what is happening inside, And this is something that a lot of us have taken for granted, you know. And like the Lagos people said, you know, mental health too is also something that affects a lot of creatives, you know, because we're constantly creating, you know. You first of all, you create in your mind before it manifests physically, you know.
So there's a mental pressure.
Yes, there is pressure when you have to think of what
and
direction.
raise the bar. You've made a hit, you want to make more.
Exactly, you know. So one thing that I know my dad would always do, you know, is when he feels pressure like that, you know, he just leaves everything. Yes, he leaves everything. He does the things he loves. He loves to play snooker. He loves to swing. He loves to play soccer. So when he gets
do those relaxing
yes,
things.
when he gets to that point, you know, he'll just adekomo. He'll just say adekomo, and then the next thing we know, he's going to a snooker parlor. So we'll go and find him there. You know. So
what was the after effect? After doing those things, what do you get back?
He comes back rejuvenated, you know. I mean, then his creative process kicks in fully, you know, because he takes time to take care of himself. You must know yourself and know your body and know what you can take and what you can't take, you know. We took of pressure. When my father passed on, I really didn't mourn him. This was in 2018. And, you know, I put in all that pain into touring, into working on my album, releasing. So, you know, I was busy. I did not have the time. I did not create that time, you know.
Was it intentional?
Well, it wasn't intentional, but it just happened that it was all that way, because before he passed on, I was already working on this album, you know. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to let his death deter me from this journey that I have already started, you know. Yes, it took longer than it should have, but I did it. You know, in 2019, the album was out a year after he passed on. One of the things that helped me get through it was, that was the period I had my baby. I had my baby in COVID season, right? So that kind of like took my attention away, you know. So now there is somebody I am responsible for. I need to cater, you know, I need to give her attention, you know, and that kind of like helped me to cope
to come out of the,
yes, to come out
of the funk.
Yeah, to come out from, because it was my husband didn't even know I was going through this, and it was mental stress, you know, because you're waking up and you're telling yourself, I'm a creative, why is my juice not flowing?
You will look normal on the outside,
yes, you know, but you know you are struggling, you know you are struggling, you know, and a lot of people don't talk when they go through things, you know.
I think it's something that happens to almost all creatives.
Yes.
Writers will tell you they have a writer's block.
And
nothing is working. They cannot write anything. So it happens.
Right.
Okay, Mrs. Sammy, you've been listening to all this. You've been in this industry for so long. Have you ever had anxiety? Because they say in the creative, you're as good as your last work.
Yes.
That is, the pressure is there naturally. You're as good as your last presentation. You're as good as your last song. You're as good as your last strumming. Have you been under pressure, and how have you dealt with it as somebody who does this job?
You see, I've been under pressure for some years. You know, to come out with a good thing, just like a woman that just tries to cook. Your first time of presentation, you must be everything must be, ingredient must be there. But it is not an easy journey in a musical way. And really, all these things, we learn it from our father. Just like father, like the son, from the church. Most of the musicians you see now, they are from the church. Some of them are choir. We learn from here and there. But now, those days, when you hear a song, you hear the wording, you hear the preaching as if they are prophet, all the prophecies are there. Yes. But now, compare it with what we are listening to now. There's quite different things.
Yes, true.
Now, some people, they don't even care to write, to sit and think, what am I going to put down? They just write anyhow, any singing. We are not dancing to message, but we are dancing to the beat now.
To the beat. Yes. The ideology has changed, the dogmas have changed, everything has changed.
And this is what our children are copying. without even know what they are saying in the music, even including other side. Now we have a lot of equipment. So those days, I travel a lot to some countries, playing with, before I become another born again. You see, now, in this world of music, you need to sit, think, what am I going to put down? After you have finished, a song is not written a day. A song can take even a month. But now you find that some people, in 30 minutes, they produce. Another first album, second album, 5 albums in a month. How would it go? So those days in Europe country, when you strike one, it may take you 5 years before you produce another one again, which makes them evergreen now. Now, what we are seeing, creativity is another thing. You need to create and bring out something that will be delicious. Okay, people, when they hear it, this is your idea.
Okay, we'll come back to talk, but you know that when people are watching and they see this guitar, they see Oge here. They know how we welcome her. They know what people have been doing here. They are listening. They want to now hear the song. They want to hear the message. They also want to get the rhythm. Before we go to sports, can we get that Oge Sammy vibe? Not the way we're dealing it.
So this song is called Mama Love, right?
Mama Love.
Yes, we're used to hearing so much negativity from our country, and being that it is pre-independence, you know, Mama Love is a song from my debut album in 2019 where I sing about the beauty of Nigeria and I appreciate Nigeria. So, yes, sir. From the beginning, long before I became your dapper. Smooth sailing like a calabash crossing rivers to Potaka. Hey, your beauty can be appreciated on the screen of a laptop. Ooh, that's why you get my praise and then pour your petal a black boy. A black from the creeks of the Delta to the islands in Lagos. I see wonders in your eyes, your land, my famous. From your mountain to your plateau, you are number one, you never play two. Mama, you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole time. I see beauty in your skies, mama, let me dry your eyes. Mama, you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole. Let's battle and cry. I see beauty in your skies, mama, let me dry your eyes. Born in 1914, independence and 60. Some days have been bright, some have been misty. Those who don't appreciate you don't know your history. How you made it this far remains a mystery. No matter the pain, you never let out the green. That is why your land is always green. In a lot of season, I love you for many reasons. I love you, mama, no need for the drama. From your mountain to your plateau, you are number one. You never play two. Mama, you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole time. Despite the lies and cry, I see beauty in your skies. Mama, let me dry your eyes. Mama, you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole. Despite the lies and cry, let me dry your eyes. Last night I had a vision. I saw your children living without division. Impossible is nothing with you. Only the best will suit you. We will transform Benin City to the historicity.
Yes, sir.
Chinese technology in our city. F-City will become the best city.
That's right.
From your mountain to your plateau.
That's right.
You are number one. You never plateau. Mama, you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole. Despite the lies and cry, I see beauty
your scars, mama, let me dry your eyes.
That's
Mama,
right.
you're so fine. Whenever I am with you and when I am far away, I picture you the whole day, sparkles and cry.
That's right.
Yeah. Mama, you're so fine. Mama, you're so fine. Mama, you're so fine. Mama, you're so
Okay, Sammy Collabo.
Yeah,
Wow. What a great country. I'm always proud to be a Nigerian.
Wow.
You've
Yes.
come to add color.
Yes.
This is the pre-independence get down.
Your messages are coming in. We can't do this program without you. So I say good morning to you. Good morning to you this morning, my favorite NTA presenters. Our musicians are doing well, selling music for money considering the country system. I think they should be telling our own stories more, like what Kimono just did. God bless Nigeria. Mr. Panda from Just, thank you. Oh, goodness. So I said, okay, you too much and you look beautiful. Okay? Okay, you too much, you look beautiful. Please keep it up.
Thank you.
God bless, yeah. Okay, I'm talking, that's what the person wrote.
Oh, wow.
God bless, yeah.
Yeah.
What a beautiful music, man.
Yeah,
man.
Mr. Sammy is the man on the guitar.
Yes, very interesting reggae
Lots of
music,
love.
good guitar. God bless Oge and Sammy. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will be alright. We say, one love, one life. Let's get together and feel alright. Give the children crying, give the children dying. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will be alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Hey, together and feel alright. Again,
Let's say goodbye.
let's get together and feel alright.
All of us, let's go.